गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आज हम पढ़ेंगे क्लास 7th का चैप्टर नंबर 6 जो कि हिस्ट्री का एक चैप्टर है। टाउन्स, ट्रेडर्स एंड क्राफ्ट्समैन। टाउन्स मीन्स कस्बा, ट्रेडर्स मीन्स व्यापार, व्यापारी, एंड ट्रेडर्स यानी व्यापार, एंड क्राफ्ट्समैन यानी हस्तकरघा उद्योग करने वाले व्यक्ति। By the end of the 14th century, when different Muslim dynasties ruled over various parts of India, some minor towns were also flourishing. In this chapter, we are going to study how these minor cities were converted into big towns by the traders and rulers. We may therefore categorize different types of urban centers as under: court town or capital town, pilgrimage centers, industrial and trading towns, and seaport. Source of history for this period. The source of history for this period are the accounts of foreign travelers who visited India. During this period, they visited many towns and cities. They have included details about the prosperity of these towns in their descriptions. Some of the travelers were Father Montserrat, Rapt, Fitch, and Domingo Pease. The maps prepared by Honeydew furnish useful information about trade towns of India. The maps of Sir Thomas Roy give detail about administrative divisions of the Mughal Empire. The science of drawing maps is called cartography. मैप के बारे में जो साइंस काम में आती है उसको हम कार्टोग्राफी के नाम से जानते हैं। द ऑफिशियल फार्मर्स और ऑर्डर्स इश्यूड बाय द रूलर्स आर ऑल्सो एन इम्पोर्टेंट सोर्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री फॉर दिस पीरियड। कोर्ट टाउन्स इन द राजपूत पीरियड, कन्नौज, उज्जैन, दिल्ली, अजमेर, चित्तौड़, अनहिलवारा इन गुजरात, मोबा इन मध्य प्रदेश, Dhar near Indore, and Nadiha near Kolkata, developed as court towns of different Rajput dynasties in northern India. उत्तरी भारत में जो अनेक राजपूत इलाके हैं, जो राजपूत साम्राज्य है, उनके लिए इन जगहों पे कोर्ट टाउन स्थापित हुए। अंडर द दिल्ली सुल्तान्स एंड द मुगल्स, the following was the chief court towns. Number 1, Delhi. Shah Jahan rebuilt Delhi and named it Shah Jahanabad in 1639. He built the Red Fort on the bank of the river Yamuna. It was made of red sandstone. Chandni Chowk, an important shopping complex, was just outside the Red Fort. Agra. In 15th century 4, Sikandar Lodi founded a new town on the site where the modern city of Agra stands and made it his capital for some time. Babur, Humayun, and Akbar had great fascinations for Agra. For Akbar, the city was the heart of India, so he made it as his capital. Lahore. It was the capital of Akbar between 1585 and 1598. It also had a huge fort. Monserrati writes that the Lahore was not second in to any city in Europe of Asia. It was also center of handicrafts productions. It was the distribution center of Kashmiri carpets and shawls. The travelers have spoken about the riches of the Lahore and considered it is an important city of trade. Fatehpur Sikri. It was the new capital founded by Akbar. It is very near to Agra. He shifted his court to the city. This city is in 1571 and remained there till 1858. In his book Commentaries, yes, Montserrat referred to this city and its notable buildings. Akbar built imperial palaces at Fatehpur Sikri in honor of Sheikh Salim Chishti, a Sufi sant who lives there. Pilgrimage centers. Certain towns developed as pilgrimage places for the Hindus, the Buddhists, the Jains, and the Muslims and the Sikhs. Some of them attract people of all religions alike, such as the Dargah of Moin Uddin Chishti at Ajmer, Khwaja Salim Chishti at Fatehpur Sikri, Golden Temple at Amritsar and Vaishno Devi Temple near Jammu, Varanasi and Allahabad Prayag were believed to be holy places, ports and trading centers. India's long coasting and extensive trade with the outside world encouraged the rise of many port towns. Bombay, Sopera, Borche, Surat and Goa were located on the western coast while Tarmalipati and Musolipatnam were important ports on the eastern coast. These ports facilitated India's trade with Africa, West Asia, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Hampi. During the medieval period of the Vijayanagar Empire, which was popularly known as the City of Victory, Hampi was its capital. Hampi is noted for its hundreds of monuments, including in numerous temples and monolithic structures. Hampi, even today, in its ruined state, exhibit its year excellent features and Hindu architectures culture. The history of Hampi dates back to the 1st century AD, during which it was the capital of the largest Hindu empire in India, namely the Vijayanagar Empire. The city of Hampi was first discovered in 1336 by two brothers Hariyar and Bukka. Hampi flourished to glory during the reign of Krishna Deva Raya, who had a control over the south of the Tungabhadra river. Hampi was very well protected with nearly seven concentric lines of the fortifications, and with a majestic and huge army. It was an important center for trade during the medieval period, especially for cotton and spice, but soon there was a decline in the mighty of kingdom of Vijayanagar with the death of Krishna Deva Raya, and was totally destroyed in 1565 by five Muslim kingdom, namely Bidar, Bijapur, Golconda, Ahmednagar and Berar. Viru, Virupaksha temple. The preceding deities of this temple are Shiva, Pampa, and Bhuvaneshwari, and it belongs to the 15th century. This temple rises majestically at the western end of the famous Hampi Bazaar. At the eastern entrance of the temple, there is a tall tower which goes up to 120 feet. This temple is also known by the name Pempathi Temple, House of Victory. This was built by Krishnadeva Rai to celebrate his victory over the king of Odisha after a long battle. The internal spaces between the rows of the plinth of molding here the most intricately carved. It was from these places where the kings used to sit on a throne and witness the 9-day Dasara festival. Mahendavani Vamidiba. Mahan Mahanavami Diba is a low story wooden structure from which the kings and princes viewed the town with pomp, color, and revelry at the time of the Mahanavami festival. Surat. The history of this city is comparatively modern. In the 13th century, Surat was just a hamlet, but gradually it emerged as an important trading town. It was the gateway of trade with West Asia. Via Gulf of Hormuz, the city was famous for its cosmopolitan characters. Surat was the Mughal empire most important port city, and it is where the British gained their first foothold along the western coast of India for centuries. Surat has been known as a center of trade and textiles. It was a major port during the Mughal period, and all powers, including the Portuguese, viewed for power of the port from the 16th to 19th century. The British, French, Portuguese, and Dutch established factories in Surat. Today, Surat is known for its textile, with thousands of weavers engrossed in making cotton, synthetic silk, and art silk textiles. According to the history of Surat, at the end of the 16th century, the Portuguese were unquestionable masters of the Surat sea trade. In 16th century, ships from the British East India Company started docking in Surat, which was established as a trade transit point. In 1612, the British destroyed the Portuguese naval supremacy and established a British factory at Surat. Following the Battle of Swale, the city was made the seat of a presidency under the British East India Company after the great success of the embassy of Sir Thomas Roy in the court of Emperor Jahangir. The Dutch also founded a factory. This period was one of the most significant one on in the history of Surat. Masulipatam. It was the first trading settlement on the Bay of Bengal coast established by the British East India Company at this time. In 1611, it was also known as Masulipatam or Masula and as Bendar in folklore. The town has existed since the 3rd century BCE, Satavahan period when, according to Ptolemy, it was known as Mesolus, the Peripulus of the Erythraean Sea calls in Massalia in the 1st century BCE. The port is located on the southeastern or Coromandel coast of India, situated in the mouth of the river Krishna on the Bay of Bengal. The Masula port saw flourishing sea trade. Muslim clothes were traded by ancient Greeks from the town and the world. Muslim originate from the name Mesolos. Muslin was an important source of income for the town, being a favorable of Roman traders for domestic consumptions. Several Roman coins were found during excavations of a Buddhist towns located near Masulipatam. Industrial and trading towns. During the medieval period, industries such as textile, metalwork, stonework, sugar, indigo, and paper extra flourish. As a result, certain towns become rich trading centers due to production of goods of high quality and superior workmanship. Dhaka products muslin of the finest quality. Banaras became famous for its silk and embroidery. Patan and Jaunpur were known for manufacture of cotton cloth. Industry also flourished in the karkhanas, which were attached to royal household as capital cities. वर्कआउट टाइम। अब आपका इसका बुक पार्ट मैं आपको सेंड कर रही हूँ, जो आपको बुक में फिल करना है, और नोटबुक पार्ट जो है वो आपको नोटबुक में फिल करना है। थैंक यू, हैव अ नाइस डे।